Okay, so we shall discuss what is known as null space. Okay, so now you kind of know what is a space.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what it is.
Space is any point
Mm.
with any linear combination of given vectors,
Mm.
we can reach that particular.
Okay, so space is generally a collection of points, and if it satisfies certain properties, then we call that as a vector space. Okay, so some properties related to vectors are called vector space. Okay, the null space is like in the vector space of a matrix. Okay, we call it's a null space if it satisfies following properties. Okay,
Yes,
so let's say you have, once again we'll go to this ax is equal to b. Okay, now say if b is 0 0. Okay,
yes,
and for some x, some non-trivial x. Okay,
okay,
non-trivial x. Okay, then we call that x is a vector belong to this null space. Okay, which means it is a space of all vectors. Okay, it's a space of all vectors or set of all vectors which will give a solution 0 for this A matrix. Okay, so that's what the null space is. Okay, now the trivial solution we know that, which is x is also 0 0. Now the question is when we will get a non-trivial solution, under what condition we will get a non-trivial solution.
rank of A.
Okay, so we still haven't discussed what is rank, but if you notice, what's a linearly dependent?
Linearly dependent.
Yeah.
Alpha v1 plus
So if yeah,
both column vectors are
right.
some.
So if it's a two vectors are given, and for some combination, if it's going to 0, then we call that as a linearly dependent. Okay, if the A matrix is such that if the column vectors are linearly dependent, then in that case we can get a non-trivial solution, right? So in that, so if that is so, the matrix which we have discussed, A, which is 2 1 4 2, that's a that has a column which are linearly dependent. Okay, then so some solution exists, some non-trivial solution exists, which means some null space exists. Okay. Mm, okay, can you identify what is that null space? What is that? So that it will be 0 0.
1 minus 1 by
1 minus, okay, or let me say 2 minus 1. How about that? Or some constant into
some k
okay, k into 2,
2 minus 1 or
or
minus 2
yeah, otherwise in general
minus k
2k minus k. Okay, so then all these vectors are
null space.
belong to null space. Okay, so now with this understanding, we'll discuss why if a matrix, so for this matrix we have seen that the solution is a no 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 for a given B matrix, the solution is either no solution or infinite solutions. Okay, now let's say why it has no solution in some case and infinite solution in another case, but not a unique solution. Okay. um, Say for example you have a solution. Okay.
Yes.
um, for example you have a solution like uh, one of the solution is um, okay, you will get a solution for 2 1, right? For this you will get a solution which is 1 0. So 1 0 is a solution. Fine. Now if you remember the linear, so it's a linear operator, right? So the A matrix is a linear operator which acts on this
X.
X, okay, and it's giving. Okay, now what I'm going to do is instead of just giving X, okay, I'm going to give X plus something.
Okay.
Okay, and that something I'm going to take from null space.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's say 2 4 1 2, okay, into mm, 1 0 plus 2k, or
Minus
yeah, maybe I'll just, okay, in general I'll put 2k minus
minus
k. Okay, is equal to,
0.
no no no, it's equal to 2 1.
2 1.
Okay, if this is a solution, okay, so a into
X.
x1 is b1, right? And a into x2 is b2, but b2 is
0 0.
0 0. Okay, so in that case x1 plus, it's not just x1 but also x1 plus x2 is also a solution. Okay, where if you notice k could take any value. Okay, so which means any, so this thing, for any k value you will get a solution. Okay, so it's a solution, therefore it is a it has a infinite solutions. Okay, now let's say let's check for another condition. Okay, so once again 2 4 1 2. Okay, uh, mm, how about 1 1? So whether this 1 1 is in the span of these two vectors, so it has no solution. Okay, it has no solution. So that's what, either you will be in a case where there is no solution, okay, or you will have
Infinite solutions.
infinite solutions. Okay, so now whenever you encounter a question like ax is equal to b and whether the solution is,
Exist.
yeah, whether the solution exists, whether it's a unique or no solution or infinite solution, so this is how you need to think. Okay, fine.